You're gonna shoot video.
Put it on the floor,
Put
put it on the floor.
You're gonna stand.
Put it in your lap on the floor.
What's the feeling like of winning the state title?
Well, first of all, I'd like to give a shout out to Century. 2 great games for them, beating Central last night, and then really a real competitive game tonight, taking us down to the wire. So hats off to them. I think like all season, we kind of wore them down toward the end. They started missing shots, and we made enough shots and made enough free throws at the end. But we're very excited to bring the second state title back to Patterson.
A lot of people were a little surprised with your style, slowing the game down like that. I mean, you're kind of a full court team.
Right.
How important was it to get a lead early so you could dictate the terms of the game?
Well, we practice it every day. What we call 50 passes. We're moving and backdoor cuts and stuff. We just thought we could play. We matched up better if they had to extend their man-to-man. So our thing is that we had to lead. I mean, it's part of the rules. Whether we like it or not, it's part of the rules. Quince Orchard did it the other night against Wise, holding the ball for 45 seconds, a minute possession. So my thing is to hold it, force them to spread it a little bit more, and I think they have a hard time covering us, which they did.
Coach only had 9 turnovers tonight. I mean, just how important is taking care of the basketball?
Well, it's very important. Marvin and Mungo had the other night, I think 7 and 5 between them, 12. That's one thing we stressed yesterday and today about keeping control of the ball. The pace, they weren't a type of team that pressed you, so I wouldn't expect a lot of turnovers anyway. But we've probably been averaging only 12 or 13 turnovers all year.
Kristen, you scored 6 of the team's first 8 points, really established yourself. Talk about, that start you got your team off to.
Well, we were shooting around today, and all my coach was like, I have to make myself known and have a big game and make them feel my presence. And we liked the matchup that they put on me, so I just had to establish down low and establish my ability.
Can you reflect on this season and winning this championship and talk about it?
It's a long season, a lot of ups and downs, but I like this team. This is probably the best team I've been on since I've been here. Just the competitive nature, and that we're so young, but you can tell that it's something we still experience.
You guys really had to earn this. I mean, they were ahead there in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, but it's just battling. And coach will tell you that conditioning, we condition a lot, so we just wear them down and wear them down.
Coach, 5-10 years ago, Patterson and basketball weren't really synonymous. You really kind of built a basketball culture on Kane Street. Talk about what you've been able to do in your time there.
It's really a team effort, and that's why I brought these 2 gentlemen on my left. Coach Oliver's been with me for 6 years. Mr. Ben, our principal, has been 6 years. So, we can't operate in the school without our principal supporting. And he's big on sports, saving young people's lives. So he's big. So it comes from our leadership from him, giving the freedom where I can operate the way I like to operate. But without that, when I took over 11 years ago, it was, hey, you guys only won 2-3 games a year. 11 years, we won 5 regional titles, 2 state titles, and 2 city titles. Last night, I was fortunate to pick up my 200th win, which we were real proud of. But it's really, it's about the guys we deal with. I got a great coaching staff, the best coaching staff in the state. Derek Oliver is one of the best assistants, if not the best assistants in the state. And I give them a lot of freedom. They understand their roles, and we play our roles to a T. And then you got to have talented players. We've been blessed and fortunate to have some of the best players in the state. So with all that together, it's not easy. You come down here, they don't give away state championships. It's not like you come to the door and say, I like one of those, and they say, okay, here it is. You have to battle and fight, and we fought tonight. And I think we did enough to do that, and we're very excited for it.
You start 4 sophomores. How unique is that to just win it all with a lineup or just roster that's very underclassmen heavy?
Well, it's something we talked about during the year. Amongst ourselves, between Marvin, Mungo, Deshaun Jones, and a couple of other young guys, wouldn't it be special to go back to back to back? We got to get that first one before they can go 3 in a row. So we've had those conversations internally, and the future looks bright for Patterson basketball. So that's part of it. We also stress on the other end about our academics and stuff. I'm prouder of these guys. A couple of Price and Mungo are both honor roll students, which is important to us. 7 of our 11 guys were on the honor roll. Our team GPA was over 3.0. So those are winning for us. Our guys do the right things. We preach to them good karma versus bad karma. So all of that built in, without a doubt. We got young guys, but with nowadays, with the number of games that play on the AAU circuit, a lot of these sophomores are really more experienced. And then we had role guys. Chris been down there 3 times, really stepped up, 13-10 tonight, 13-9 last night. Understanding what it meant to be down here for the 3rd time, and I was joking about the 3rd time being his charm, but having that experience under the big lights, Chris, to perform very well, that was very important. And we got role guys like Isaiah Clemens, who spent all summer in the gym, bettering his game. The kid maybe had 2-3 minutes a game last year, and here he is starting, and we don't take him off the court. So without a doubt, a lot of young guys mixed in with veterans, but we're extremely excited for the future.
Piggybacking on that, Gerard Marvin, I mean, what was it like for you guys to be in this situation as sophomores?
It was good because I started at St. Francis playing on GV, then to come up Patterson, and just to win a state championship. It felt good.
Talk about those big free throws that you hit late in the game, having the ball in your hands with the game on the line. I mean, how was that, having the coach instill that trust in you to be the man to shoot those free throws?
I'm the point guard, so he expected me to go get the ball and finish those free throws. That's why we went over it before we came here and shoot around.
Can you go back to that point? You guys really did have to earn to seek this out. You were ahead, and you said you don't get it right. You look back and you say, we really did earn this one.
Well, before the game, we talked about trying to get the tempo up and down. First quarter, 18 points, so we're feeling good. The second quarter, we only put up 4 points, so we're like, what in the world's going on? We go for 18-4, and then next thing you know, the game gets shortened, and it gets tighter and tighter, and then it becomes a possession game, which really we wanted to create it up and down. But I think we created enough of it up and down with pressing. Zach Tucker's a hell of a player, number 3, so it was really about wearing him down. We thought last night with them playing an up and down game, the whole game against Central, and him controlling the ball maybe 90% of the time, that we would send double teams at him and really chase him over the court, all up and down the court, and tire him out. And I think that we did that toward the end tonight.
You won your 200th game, but I guess the 201 will be the one you remember.
Oh, without a doubt, this is the last week. Nobody's winning. If we didn't win this one tonight, nobody could care less. I could care less about the 200.
But you're going to remember this one a lot longer, I think.
Right. Well, I mean, my 100th win before was state semifinals.
Really?
The year we won 2012, and then 101 actually ended up being the Thomas Stone game that we won it. So it ended up being the same thing. Hopefully we won't have to wait another 5 years to get the next one. You guys have any questions over for our principal too, and our assistant coach? You got something for them, Mark?
Derek, what are your thoughts on this? I know it's been a while. You've been an integral part of here. Your son's done big things for Patterson. Just what are your thoughts on getting that ring?
A great feeling, man, for our school, our fans who've been supporting us all year. And these guys, man, did a great job, our sophomores. And I'm more happy for my seniors, man, for them to go out, winning everything and getting ready for the next step. But a lot of thanks go to Mr. Benton, our principal, like Coach said. I mean, he backs us and supports us 100%, man.
Coach Derek, what's the science behind y'all recruiting? Y'all probably recruit the best in the city. So what's the science?
Well, recruiting is illegal, so we don't recruit anybody. We go after a lot of 8th graders. I think our history says that we do well with transfers. So I think when you're struggling or things you don't feel right at St. Francis or Nematha, the Patterson has a good history. They also have a good history of guys going to school and doing well academically. So we've become a real good option for a lot of guys. Coach Baseline, Coach Oliver is on the AAU circuit. So without a doubt.
That's what I'm speaking, just on the AAU circuit, just how y'all get guys in.
Go ahead, Coach.
I mean, basically, a lot of guys buy into me because I'm hands-on with a lot of them, and a lot of the parents trust me. So, it's pretty much, like you say, if it's a bad situation somewhere else or if they just out of middle school want to come, a lot of people trust me. And, I put 100% trust in my coach, man, because I know he's going to get the job done in the school and on the court with the guys. So, it speaks for itself.
And that's what, with Coach Oliver, we have Coach Bell, who's been with me for 7 years. He's been in the community for, 25, 30 years, doing conditioning for a lot of AAU programs. We have Coach Seth Hoffman, who's been with me for 6 years, does a lot of stuff. And then Kevin Simpson's been with us for 2 years. So it's really, we got a tight-knit group. I look at these guys as my brothers. their family. I'll do anything for those guys.
How much different is this, this championship win than the last year with 2012?
Well, it's different. The first one, I felt more pressure on him because, with Akil, you were expected to win. This year, when we came out and St. Francis beat the crap out of us by 30-something, you question things. What are we doing? But we knew if our guys would listen, we have a track record. There's a reason why we won 75% of our games. So our guys went to work. It's about, at the time you lose by 30-some points, they put your head down and just get to work. And it kind of just snowballed. Like I talked about last night, throughout the year you could see the consistency, and I felt more comfortable, the expectation. We won a game, Perry Hall, they were ranked number 2, beat Lake, beat Dunbar, but you're still in the back of the mind, I see this vision of being lose by 30-some points, which was the worst loss in my career. But as we got deeper into February, I said, hey, this team's ready to go. Physically, mentally, the way we played defense, I thought, hey, we're right there for a state championship, and why not this year?